If you run Splunk, Red Hat migration tooling, or a newly deployed admin web interface, today's critical CVEs are patch now issues. The practical risk is file damage, exposed migration images, leaked tokens, or a hijacked first administrator setup. This is Daily Tech Hack Global for June 12, 2026, with a defensive briefing only, no exploit steps, just what to patch and what to verify. First, Splunk CVE 2026-20253. NVD rates it critical at 9.8. Affected Splunk Enterprise versions below 10.2.4 and 10.0.7, and Splunk Cloud Platform versions below 10.4.2604.3 and 10.2.25.10.14, have a PostgreSQL sidecar service endpoint without authentication controls. NVD says a network-reachable unauthenticated user could create or truncate arbitrary files. For defenders, confirm your version, reduce endpoint exposure, apply Splunk Advisory SBD 2026-0603, then check service health, file integrity, ingestion gaps, and unusual sidecar activity. Second, Red Hat Migration Planner CVE 2026-53470, critical at 9.6. NVD says an authenticated attacker could bypass an ownership check and obtain pre-signed S3 URLs for other users' OVA images. Those images may contain long-lived agent JWTs and source configurations. Treat this as a possible secret exposure incident, patch, review who generated image URLs, verify downloads, and rotate tokens if an image may have been exposed. Third, Red Hat Migration Planner CVE 2026-53474, also critical at 9.6. NVD describes SQL injection through a crafted RV-tool spreadsheet cell when cluster names are processed. The potential impact includes arbitrary file reading and exposure of Kubernetes service account tokens or credentials. Limit upload writes, patch quickly, inspect recent assessment files, and rotate platform secrets when exposure is plausible. Fourth, Hermes Web UI CVE 2026-49973, critical at 9.4. NVD and GitHub say versions before 0.51.358 can allow unauthenticated remote attackers on a reachable network to hijack the first-run setup, set a password hash, obtain a session cookie, and lock out the legitimate operator. Keep first-run setup off untrusted networks and upgrade before exposing the service. Prioritize by reachability and blast radius. Splunk affects monitoring trust. Migration Planner can touch images, tokens, and cloud migration data. Setup hijacks decide who becomes admin, patch fast, restrict network access, validate logs and file changes, and rotate credentials when the vulnerable path could have exposed secrets. The AI security angle is indirect but important. Agents and automation increasingly rely on telemetry and cloud credentials, so compromised trust-heavy tooling can amplify bad decisions. Sources are NVD, Splunk, Red Hat, and GitHub advisories linked in the description.